Hey, welcome everyone. It's Saturday here at NAMM 2020. We're streaming from the Leapwing booth. And we have a really good friend, family for the Leapwing company. Here is Luca Pretolesi with us. He's a
Hello.
mastering engineer located in Vegas. You work mainly with EDM music. Thank you very much for visiting. How's your experience in NAMM so far?
It was fantastic. It's just like the way I can describe to a friend is like you work on an album, you do a tour, you go on stage, and now you are rewards. People say, yeah, like you understand the music you're doing works.
Right.
For us engineers, that's our stage. That's the
Yes.
moment that we can
Yes.
enjoy, get feedback. So love it.
Totally amazing, and also you get to see all the new products, and you get to meet the people, and you get to talk a lot about the things that you like, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So we have you here today because you have been a really good supporter for Dyne One. You use it a lot, and we know you get really creative when you use Dyne One. So tell us about how is it that you love so much Dyne One for the type of music that you do specifically.
Right now is, in two words, rebuilding dynamics. I have my way of clipping that it's a
Okay.
way to achieve a certain loudness.
Okay.
But then what I like to do, and I do a lot with Dyne One, now with the new version even better, to be able to kind of like pick certain frequencies and rebuild dynamics in a strategic way. Like I want to have the top ends and the bottom end to breathe and move and groove.
Yes.
And I do that. So clipping allow me to get to the RMS that I want. And then the additional expansion that I'm getting, especially I feel there is something going on with the new oversampling on
I agree.
on the 3 version.
I don't know what they did, but it's amazing, right?
Whatever it is, it sounds incredible. So on the
Yes.
mastering setting, so I do that a lot. Actually, on the new version, a lot of presets that are great starting
Yes.
points.
Yes.
Yeah, the Bobcats.
We've heard that too.
The first plugin, the number one of the Bobcats.
The preset.
Presets is so good.
Yes.
So, but I feel that I'm cheating. So I want to use it, but I don't.
It's probably like the 4th time we've heard that. I even say that
Right.
myself, and then you're like you put it and you're like, oh crap, it's sounding really good.
Exactly.
And then you're like overthinking yourself, and you're like, maybe I'm just gonna move this to maybe just.
So you feel you do something.
Yeah,
right?
you feel like
Yeah.
you're okay. Now I'm gonna charge my money.
Yeah, another way that I like to do it now is vocal groups. So I do
Oh,
stem
nice.
mastering, and I feel sometimes that everything is perfect.
Yes.
But I feel they overcompress vocal
Yes.
stems, especially on background vocals. So I used to give life again to a group.
Oh, nice.
Again, very gentle, not changing relationship of vocals, just give overall a little bit of dynamics.
Yes, and also the fact that you also have the expansor.
Exactly.
Have you used that?
I'm literally diving into everything now, but not enough.
Yeah,
you know?
because like, for example, if you have like a drum group,
Yeah.
and then you're just looking to have that extra life, extra
Yeah.
air coming from the snare, you just use like the 3rd or 4th band, and you set it on expansing, and all of a sudden it's just like it's breathing back
Oh
up.
yes, of course.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. The thing is about expansion. Oh, I do all the time. The thing is about expansion that on a cheap plugin happening,
Yes.
you are pulling up a lot of phasing issues.
Yes.
And what I feel, especially in new version, it's phase. I don't feel.
It's
the
so
phase.
clean. It's
Yeah.
the algorithm detector is
It's
really
extremely good.
it's like working on those crossover points, so it's like
Exactly.
maintaining
Yeah.
those relations in
Other
between.
things that I do a lot, I link all the band.
Okay.
I find kind of like my sweet spot.
And then you tweak?
And then exactly. And then I unlink the band that I want and just tweak. So it's fantastic. I mean,
Yes.
It really
Yes,
is.
and even for example, using Dyne One 2, where you didn't have a lot of those possibilities, like checking the
Right.
frequency, it still worked pretty well.
So working fantastic.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, tell us a little bit about like special situations that you've encountered using Dyne One, where you're like, oh. Like, just like an example, like I use Dyne One for my 808s. I found that I can saturate 808s for a very weird reason.
Right.
But like, because I know that for mastering engineers, EDM music, the music is born in the box. The sounds they're already pre-polished. So then it's mostly on you guys, because there aren't a lot of mixing engineers in that state. So how do you get that extra creative thing? What is your cherry on the pie?
Well, there is two approach. There's a technical approach. That's a conversation with the client.
Okay.
So do you want me to be creative or do you want me to enhance your vision
Yes.
and give the 2% or 3% or 10% the song need to be complete?
Or-
So it's like a two different approach.
Yes.
One thing is about multi-band in general, to me, it's a mix of creative and technical.
Okay.
Like I can be technical, kind of like, oh, I want a DS like 3 to 6K, but at the same time, I
Yes.
want to have like a musical expansion on my first octave. So the D, the E on the first octave to have the low end, the move. So kind of like a double approach. It'll be like
Yes.
technical and creative at
And
the same
creative.
time. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, because like I personally feel like there's a lot more that freedom and that you have working on other genres, but with you guys, I've also felt like it's very limited. So it's good that you guys get these sort of plugins that are not the type of here is your attack and your release,
Exactly.
and that's the only thing you have available.
If there's one thing I can suggest is to find the right movement. Don't be afraid to over compress,
Okay.
over expand in order to find the attack and release time that works. And then when you find it, then just go down to
Dial back.
whenever it's just tiny bit movement, but how you can detect, how you can feel when it's right. If you don't, I exaggerate on purpose.
Yes.
Then I go step down and I give the right movement.
Because sometimes that it can be so subtle,
Yeah.
which is really good for other genres.
Exactly.
Because sometimes you just need that extra little brittle thing, and that's all
Exactly.
you got to do.
Exactly.
But with EDM, you're looking to be upfront,
Yeah.
in your face, and
Exactly.
it's all about the move. So it's
Exactly.
great that you use that. I never
Yeah.
thought about it. It's
And
pretty
also
cool.
because based on BPM, sometimes the 125 BPM versus the down tempo 110 reggaeton stuff or like
yeah, 92.
yeah, you can be technically go by number and find the tech release that works.
Yes.
But I strongly believe that if you go by feeling, you can be a
Yes.
little bit of imperfection
Yes.
as far as like have an attack that's a little bit slower, but they give a certain envelope and movement
Yes.
that help the tracks.
Like a pump.
Yeah, we always talk about something interesting. Why, like a good compression make the track sounds faster. A bad compression make the track sound slower. Like a track
True.
can
Because
drag.
it's sort of like
Yeah.
taming everything or not.
Exactly.
Or just making it groove like one thing.
Exactly. You change
That's
the
cool.
overall envelope. If you do it
Yeah.
the right way, you can do it in a way that enhances the movement. That's
Yeah.
another point. I can talk for days. It's about the swing. A lot
Yes.
of producers like to swing on the arrangement. Then when there is a swing going on, you need to be careful on compression because you're
course.
changing. You know?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. Which is it's that's when you got to be creative and not so technical about
exactly.
things.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So then moving on to some of the other plugins from the Leapwing family. I know you are very familiar with Stage One.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit, because like then again we have this thing where stereo wideners is the new flavor of the week.
Yeah.
So, but then you can really go the wrong way. So
Exactly.
tell us about how you approach.
So in my case is this. If you need to stay away from solo, in my opinion, when you try to work on the side.
Okay.
Like everything pull on solo on the side, it make you feel good about it. But if you lose the relationship and the relationship between different parts of the instrument can be
Yes.
artificial.
Yes, of course.
So naturally, you don't want to go outside of the speakers when it's not meant to be. So
Yes.
to me, stage one, for example, is usually when I have this entire song running, I want to have the entire one group. I work on with eight busing. I want to
Okay.
have that group to get a little bit wider. I want to do in relationship with the other groups.
Yes.
I never solo, and it make me feel good to hear something very wide.
Yeah.
Because ultimately the listener will never gonna solo.
No.
It's them. They're gonna listen to the song.
Right.
So I recommend to get wider. Stage one is amazing because you can be creative. You can do on the lower mid range, which is cool. You can do so many things, but do it in the context of the entire song.
Yes, and also have you explored the depth parameter?
Exactly. Oh, it's so good. One thing that I do sometimes, I create harmonics. I do saturation before widening, so that way I wide whatever I create as far as second harmonics.
That's a pretty
Take
cool
it, guys.
trick.
Take it. That's a pretty cool
Yeah,
one.
I'm like,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
It's going to my pocket. All right, Luca. Well, thank you so much. It's been amazing
guys.
to talk to you.
Likewise.
And for the people that are watching us, if you have not tried Dyne One, 3 or Dyne One 2. They are
Amazing.
available for trial at leapwingaudio.com. You can download it and try it for 30 days, the same as Stage 1 and Center 1, which are our other plugins. And thank you so much. We
Thank
hope
you.
to have you next year.
I will. Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
very much.
Ciao.
Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you.